Hello, welcome back to Detective Grimoire. I believe it's called Secret of the Swamp, but yeah, welcome back. Last part, we arrived at our crime scene, sort of. We haven't seen the whole place, but there's been a murder out in the swamp, and the main suspect, for some reason, is the local bog monster that no one's seen in 60 years. So, we went through and we've met all our suspects. Now we gotta start cracking down on things. We're a good way through. I say we could finish this in like 1 or 2 more parts. We'll see. Alright. I did learn that there was another game before this one, but it was like a flash game. So I doubt I can even get it on stream or anything. And I've never played it. We still haven't gotten inside here.
I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down. Maybe if I get desperate later on.
We gotta do something. So we got all our suspects. The gift shop girl, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. Tips for unlocking challenge topics. Talk to everyone, examine everything, present clues and profiles. So, suspicious that Layla again working in the swamp this year.
Not suspicious.
Not really suspicious. Thinks the swamp is disgusting.
Not suspicious.
Sally often brings spare close to the swamp. Sally's unable to lock her gift shop in the evening.
Not suspicious.
Sally does not lock away her belongings in the evening.
Not suspicious.
Not suspicious.
Ah.
So Echo, again, my job is done. So we're gonna have to we'll have to see how a challenge works to start figuring things out. Protesting hippie.
What?
Echo's protesting for animal rights in the swamp. Echo is not a talented artist or musician. Did he mention that? Harper, the chef, feel free to be as suspicious as you like. Remington felt ill after leaving the cafe last night. Harper knows everyone's favorite food, swamp juice. Elias disappeared, serves the hot dog.
Not suspicious.
Stays open late, but locks up when he leaves.
Not suspicious. Suspicious. Not suspicious.
Why does he sound sure about that?
Suspicious. Not suspicious. Suspicious! Not suspicious.
You're such a freak, Grimoire.
Not suspicious.
Vanderpeer? Oh yeah, he wasn't given official permission to film at the swamp. So we have his thing. We don't have a lot on him. Trying to film but wasn't with permission. The cameraman, Bobby Burl. Was it Burl or Burley? I think it's Burley. Professional cameraman. We don't have his thing yet. Has worked with Vanderpeer for years. Carries his camera around most of the time. Saw Remington leave looking sick. Alright. Agent Folder, paranormal expert. You're innocent detective. You're incorrect detective. I'm no mere tourist. So we found his lockpick. Spends a lot of time in the museum. Folder knows a lot about the real swamp monster. Deep interest in cryptozoology. We've kind of seen this term in Tangled Tower. If you remember, Fiona said that she classified Fitz as a cryptobotanist, which was interesting. It's interesting to see this here again. He has a lockpick that he uses to open locked doors. He lost it and he's using a new one. A weighbridge, local woman. You just walked straight into my house, did you? She was living in the swamp when the explorer first visited 60 years ago. Has lived there for 60 years, knows all about flowers and plants, hates Remington and his tourist attraction.
Not suspicious.
They're not really suspicious. I haven't gone through the other ones. And then Foggy. Was discovered 60 years ago, was recorded in the journal, has 3 claws on each farm. Hasn't been seen in 60 years. His appearance changed from the original records. And then Remington himself. We hope you enjoy your visit to Boggy's Bog. He's found outside his office. 3 wounds, mysterious juice. So we need to start cracking down on people. Let's see. So we'll try this.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
You tried to film here before, but the camera broke. Remington never found out about your previous attempts. Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past. I think that is correct.
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine. Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way. I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Yay. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
I know you can, like, draw some. Signed autograph. I want to say it's very likely that. I know you can, like, doodle in here somehow. I forgot how you do it, though. It's very likely.
Right. That's the one.
Yeah, it's very likely he bribed his way in here.
I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about. I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him money?
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Nah. We still have a lot of things to do. Did we not already talk to him about his job and stuff?
What's a famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's not the way this director works.
But what are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm
doctor.
discovering. This area, the history, the atmosphere, it's the perfect setting for my next film. I'm on a scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about Boggy? About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful right-hand man. Well, faithful enough, you know.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. He looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work. But I wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
Alright. We just didn't talk to him, I guess. I must be stupid.
Were you working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed I was working. Very hard indeed. Well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest. But yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual. Yes, difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was, unable to find my faithful cameraman last night. He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burl, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always. But being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
You were filming? Last night? Here?
Yes, At the time of the murder, I believe.
Oh.
But wait, I know what you're thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful? Got excited there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective, but there are some odd sounds on the audio track. Nothing but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
Let's see what I have. Yeah, he was nowhere to be found.
Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burrell was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burrell doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
Alright, so he was missing during the time of the murder, it seems. Oh, I just haven't shown him anything. Let's just start going through and see if we get something.
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important. If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you. I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection. You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
Yeah, Tingle Tower did a lot better job with, at least, like, them having some information when you show them something, because they're like, I don't know what this is, show someone else. But, like, Tingle Tower, they're like, I haven't seen this before, but this character might know.
If you want an auto...
Shit.
I don't really...
Okay.
I don't know if it's any use to you at all. I'll film again tonight and try to get a version without all those bizarre noises in the background.
Alright.
You won't be getting...
Okay, he doesn't know.
If you want...
No.
I don't really have...
No. Probably won't know a lot of
You
things.
won't be...
If you shut up!
I don't... You won't be...
I just checking.
want-
What do you know about the people here? So we got his challenge done.
I'm a busy man, and this doesn't look like it's worth my time.
Fuck. Okay, you don't know Sally.
I simply don't have time to help you with this. You want me to sign a photograph for you? The world's premier director. The king of wit and whimsy. You met him? You're a lucky man. He's been working with me for a number of years. A real expert, of course.
Alright, so they have known each other for a while.
I'm a busy man.
Okay, you don't know her.
I simply don't have time.
Okay, you don't know him.
Ah, yes. The reason we're all here, of course.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
What an amazing creature! No one has seen him for 60 years and he still manages to get accused of murder. Incredible!
Did you know Remington?
Now there's a man who could handle himself.
I'm not so sure.
Well, apart from yesterday. That was just a one-off, wasn't it?
For him, I think so, yes.
Alright, so we've gotten all we could out of you. Oh, we can play the sounds that we heard. So footage recorded last night at the exact time of the murder, filmed by Vincent Vanderpeer in the clearing on the west side of the swamp, near the crime scene. There's nothing to see, but various clues can be heard on the audio track. List them in order. Oh! This is an interesting one. And then a clang. Huh. Alright, so we got something there. Fabric found stuffed inside the body's costume head, ripped from the curtain. Distinctive swirly pattern. Alright. What about
Oh?
you? Let's start with this.
I heard from Mr. Vanderpure over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had a walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No, not all the time.
You left the Vanderpure and he used it instead. It was broken and being repaired at the time. We've lost it in the swamp and went to look for it.
You left it with Vanderpure, and he used it instead that night.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late-night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
You just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
Vanderpure said you had a hobby on the side. You got lost in the swamp and were trying to get out. You were collecting samples of swamp water. He did mention this.
Vanderpure said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here.
Oh.
I left my video camera, yes. But I have another one. It's much smaller, and it only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect. Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last night. Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
What? Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
So blurry photograph taken by Bobby Burrows shortly before the murder. It shows something that looks like Bobby in the woods at the back of the swamp. The being in the photo seems to have long legs. So it's probably not his
Are
boss.
you really talking about a swamp creature here?
That must be a reference to the first game. This?
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph, I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here, and I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Oh, chapter 2, A Deadly Disguise. Let's go.
I
Okay.
have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
We haven't been in there yet. So I might as well just go there now.
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped.
So did she hand me a puzzle key?
This door has 2 keyholes.
Oh, why'd you give me a bunch of keys?
So, which key should I use in each one?
This one. And, no. just... I figured it out. Oh, nice. This place is lovely.
Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed.
It's almost like he's an ambassador of Misted Mansion.
An ink bottle was spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings. It's a note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is immaculate. Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF.
FF? It's one of the fellows. Is it Flora's dad? I'm so glad we're playing this after playing Tangled Towers, because some of the stuff makes sense now. Is that a fellow?
And attached is a blurry little picture.
Is that the golden beetle?
It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea. Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. It's a letter Remington was writing before something caused him to spill his ink bottle. My dear fellow.
Ah, yes. So glad we are playing this after.
I received your note 2 weeks ago, but have only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close. All due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured. What a tease.
Reverend was getting good.
There's a map of the swamp lying on the desk. It's been annotated in a few places. Photos and paintings line the wall above the fireplace, but one of the frames is empty. Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor underneath it? This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together again, maybe it'll reveal a secret.
Oh no, it's attached itself. So, there. Oh, there's a man there.
This photograph, and it's a young Remington, and then some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles. Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
Oh, they have known each other for a long time. First Order of Zoological Hunters, Headquarters, 1963. A group photo of a hunting club. A younger Remington stands with friends. They're all holding rifles. Huh. Someone tells me they were just looking for Boggy out here.
These animals, they're not... I don't recognize any of them.
Might be some mystics.
It's a sharp metal poker for a fireplace, hidden in the shadows. Something about those 3 prongs. I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
A fireplace poker hidden in Remington's office has 3 small prongs on the end. There's a small amount of dried blood on the tip of the prongs. Covered in a strange liquid slime, the 3 prongs match up with Remington's wounds. Could this be the murder weapon? And there's more.
This is the creepiest office I've ever been in.
Oh shit, he was a dead dog.
This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. Ever.
Okay.
An old hunting rifle, discarded carelessly near the window. This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore.
An old-fashioned hunting rifle found discarded on the floor in Remington's office.
Have I uncovered a secret in here?
What have we discovered? I mean,
The hunting photo
that sounds
is
correct.
historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around, see if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
Chapter 3, Richard Remington's Real Reasons. So we're making progress now.
The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off. Something happened here. There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window. I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now.
Alright, I think we got everything we could, so we're gonna... let's go here. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff to work with now.
I found these designs for a boggy costume.
Oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that... But there's no way anyone would believe... Nothing but foolishness.
I love you, Agent Folder.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that mean?
It means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not? It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
I didn't like how the music fucking stopped. Alright. About that lockpick, man.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies. Go ahead.
So, what are we showing Folder now?
The lockpick
Where did I find this again?
outside the
I
office.
found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
You're at the scene of the crime yesterday and might know who dropped it. You already admitted to owning a lockpick and using it to open doors. You said Remington always carried a lockpick with him.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You let Remington borrow your lockpick before he died. You left your lockpick by Remington's office yesterday. You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
Alright. Let's start going through stuff now.
I have no interest in something like...
Alright.
You're wasting your...
My cat is on the desk again.
I've never seen... Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on.
Just had to give my cat some love.
I have no interest in.
Okay.
You're wasting. I've never.
Don't know anything.
I have no.
Don't know anything.
So, you found it.
Ah.
I wonder who else knows about it.
Oh, that was interesting. Interesting that he knew.
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character.
Okay, so that's what we already know.
You're wasting your. I've never.
Of course, you probably haven't seen a woman's leggings in your life.
This person is a.
Okay, you don't know her.
Oh, yes, I know him. He
Oh.
occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature. I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
Why did he ask about that?
Because some people are naturally curious. You should give it a try sometime. If I cared about that.
Okay, you don't care about Harper.
Next time?
Don't care about Waybridge. Okay. So we're done with you for now. Why did I go there? Oh, hello.
Oh! Aha! The great detective returns. Did you run out of ideas? Need a little push in the right direction?
Getting a new idea involves ignoring you. No need to push me, but the direction would help. You're the one who needs a little push.
No need to push me, but the direction would help.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
I'm working on it. You can't rush these things, you know.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in a dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. They've been here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand.
Let's go up to see Waybridge. We haven't talked to her in a minute.
I found these designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
Oh?
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
Alright. Richard Remington.
You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
What are you talking about?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting? Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's Bog with a gun and start hunting down its main attraction.
Yeah, why make it an attraction? If he's hunting it, why do that?
If you
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron. Then,
Alright. It looks like it's also the same color.
and now we
Blue and yellow and green.
got it. Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. Was that the same as last time? This was the exact same liquid. Let's see. First, then tap the...
It also looks green.
And now we... Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. What's going on here? That was definitely the same as the other tests.
Let's make sure one last time.
Let's see. First, then tap...
6 times a charm.
And now... Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. The swamp slime. It's all the same.
Yes.
It's the exact same liquid again.
I feel like that should have been obvious, though. It is swamp slime.
There's something about that green slime.
Probably these two?
The fireplace poker, found at the crime scene, and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings.
Oh, okay.
They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
I was like, where are we going with this? It's because it is her leggings. Very much so. Any more information?
You can put that away. I can't help you with it. No, thank.
Okay.
If you bring me something with, you can.
Alright.
I recognize some of those men. Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes, and one of them after that. No, thank you. If you bring, you can. I'm not even.
Not sure that is.
You should ask.
Not sure.
Show it to some dozen.
Alright. So we're done with you for now. Oh, actually, we're not done with you. We did do this.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
Now, keep barging in. Create a myth of the swamp creatures help scare people away. You were the original founder of the tourist attraction. You were living in the swamp when the explorer visited 6 years ago.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
I need you to tell me if the journal's fake. I think you wrote something in the journal yourself. There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
I took it from the journal while it was on display in the museum. I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind. I stole it from him before he left the swamp. I actually don't know.
I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here, with me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then, I'll show it to you.
Is this you? He drew you into his journal?
Oh.
It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back.
Wait. Oh.
What's this?
It's the actual feet.
Footprints.
The last page ripped out of the explorer's journal, given the Weybridge by the explorer 60 years ago, features a drawing of a Weybridge at 20 years old. Also features drawings of Boggy's feet and footprints. He has 2 toes at the back and at the front, and 1 at the back. This page proves the footprints found outside the office were not made by the real Boggy. I think that also
Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
that clears her suspicious for me. And also, I
Not
think
suspicious.
kind of
Not suspicious.
I'm gonna put that as suspicious. That is kind of suspicious.
Suspicious.
Slightly suspicious.
Suspicious.
Suspicious. But I wouldn't put him as our guy either, because of the costume itself. It's very off. Never.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in a trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons. He probably had several. I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies, that I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream, I can tell you that much.
So we're going through this stuff.
Why don't you show that? I don't know. I can't help you with.
I thought you would.
That's me.
Oh shit, that's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle.
He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason. He was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently.
Yes, we kind of got the idea from the footage.
That's the same fabric from Mr. Remington's curtains. It's Mr. Remington's fireplace poker. This slime on the handle. It's familiar for some reason. One of Mr. Remington's secrets. I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey. Why don't you
We're missing 2 more
You
clues.
don't. I don't know what to.
You don't know Harper. Not Harper. Sally. You are Harper.
It's here a lot. I think he's been putting less effort into his protests recently, which is a shame. I think it's an admirable cause.
Do you talk to him much?
Not really. Sometimes he likes to talk, just casual conversation. He asks how business is going and what everyone likes to eat, nothing of real importance.
That man gets suspicious with each person we talk to.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
Probably this. Someone fucking
A
poisoned.
bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in his storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
Proof that it was you, that you poisoned food. The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick. He left the food stocks outside the storeroom. I think this.
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
Interesting. Feels like I'm done talking to you. Alright. We'll talk to one more person and call it there.
Hey,
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You've never seen me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
And making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
Start going through clues. I haven't shown her anything.
I have no idea. Where
Nothing.
is that one of your clues?
Slash away.
I have no idea. Where are you?
What do you know?
Is that
She doesn't know anything.
this was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
Huh.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Where are...
Yeah, where am I keeping this in my pockets?
Is that one of your clues? I have... Where are...
Didn't think you know.
Is that one of your... I have... Where are you... I can draw way better than that.
Could you show me?
There's no time. Maybe in the sequel.
Wow. I don't think she showed us a drawing in the sequel either. Oh, wait, no. I'm not done with this.
That is not something from my gift shop. I've never seen it before. Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
I need to get some display signs.
They're mine, but I left them here last night. Now they're covered in slime, and I don't want to go near them. I have no idea what that is.
Her. I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protests used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy to say, I don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about. Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest.
Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that. Is that your new friend? Sweet.
You making friends out here, Grimoire? It's awesome.
I really don't know what to tell you. Is that one of the more suspicious? Is that your new I think the cartoon character is kind of dumb.
What about the real creature?
I've never met him.
Me neither.
He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
Yeah.
I know.
I know that was kind of a low blow for me.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning. They're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
Your black leggings was part of the murderer's costume. The exact slime hasn't been found anywhere else. I have proof you were wearing them during the murder. This.
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well,
Weird.
you know, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up? Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
They're far too long for you to wear. They're loose and stretched. No, don't say that. There is something weird about them.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, my, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Oh. No! He fell over. A small plastic toy sold at the gift shop has the cartoony appearance of Boggy. Boggy's feet are hidden in a bucket of water. Why is this so cool? What am I gonna learn from this? Okay, since we are getting close, I'm gonna wrap up here. Also because I'm just kind of tired. So we're getting closer. We've gotten a few of these challenges knocked out. Actually, I think we all have... I think I have all of them but Echoes, I believe. Solved.
What?
Okay. So we gotta get what we can out of everyone else and get down to our murderer. Keep your guesses in mind. But yeah, we're very close to figuring out who killed Mr. Richard Remington. Who may have been more than he let these people know. He was definitely out here for Boggy. Why he made it an attraction, we have no idea. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.